A lot of times I'll be asked by friends and family members, hey, which nursing home should I go to? You know, there is a rating system that the state puts out and Medicare puts out. There are Google reviews, and ultimately you'll go visit the facility. And unfortunately, I've seen terrible care at facilities that look like the Taj Mahal and poor care at facilities that don't look so great. It's really about the people that are working there. But one thing you should be concerned about is they'll hand you a stack of admission paperwork to sign for your loved one. And usually buried in there somewhere will be an arbitration agreement. So what is arbitration? That means you're giving up your right to go to court. You're giving up your right to have your neighbors, jurors, decide your case. And you're not going to be thinking about that, and it's going to be in a stack of material you need to sign. I always recommend people take that material home. If you have any questions, you can always call our office. We'll be happy to answer any questions you have, because they'll give you 50, 60 pages, and there'll be one little page in there that talks about arbitration. And if you do that, your chances of being successful are almost nil. The most important thing to know about arbitration agreements is you're not required to sign it. They cannot deny you admission to a nursing home because you refuse to sign an arbitration agreement. So I'm often asked about the different types of nursing home care that's provided: independent living, or sometimes called assisted living, sometimes skilled nursing, sometimes they'll have a medium level in there. And here's what's important. Nursing homes like to call things assisted living because it's not covered by Medicaid or Medicare, and they can bill you. They'll provide you all the services that you would get as if you were in skilled care, but call it assisted living. And here's the other thing you really need to understand, is that when you're in assisted living, all these rules and regulations that the government of the state of Ohio, the federal government, the industry standards, they do not apply. Assisted living is a completely different situation than a skilled nursing or even being in a nursing home. And the thing that we are finding is they like to label people assisted living when they're really in a nursing home. So just because you're in assisted living and one of these events happens does not mean you do not have a case. You very well could have a case. But the thing you need to be aware of as a family member or someone who's considering going to a nursing home is, you know, am I going to assisted living because they simply want to empty my checking account? Ohio passed a law that's called Esther's Law. If you have a family member or you're in a nursing home, you have a right now in the state of Ohio to have a camera in your room. And the camera can record all the events of going in and out of your room, who's coming to see you. And the reason this law was passed was, sadly, there was a lot of not just negligent abuse where people were falling or bed sores or just poor care. There was actual physical abuse. People who should not be working in nursing homes physically abusing elderly patients. I had a case where a man, if that's what you want to call him, took the pedal off a wheelchair and started beating a dementia patient, you know, not on film. If you go to a facility that gives you any kind of flack or trouble about putting a camera in your parents' room or loved one's room, you tell them, number one, it's against the law not to allow them to do it, and then you really got to question why they don't want that.